Hey everybody, it's David. Welcome or welcome back to Cross Fitness, helping men and women get in the best spiritual shape of their lives, one workout at a time. Quick thought in this video that I'm calling Humanity 2.0. Humanity 2.0. What is that? Well, actually, that's the vision of globalists around the world. I've been listening to the Tipping Point podcast by Jimmy Evans, one of my top 3 podcasts. Encourage you to check out Tipping Point, Jimmy Evans. But in it, he was interviewing a pastor, Pastor Billy Crone, Sunrise Bible Church in Las Vegas, about a new book he's released on this subject. And this really goes back to, there's 3 things that Humanity 2.0 wants to, the elites want to accomplish. Number 1 is super health, okay? By manipulating the DNA, the CRISPR technology, chips, things like that, intermingling with men to make some type of hybrid. It's called transhumanism is the general term over that. But you'll have super health, and diseases will be something of the past, have become obsolete, and your body will be constantly monitored, and you'll have super health. The second is with that, by the way, comes super abilities, to be able to run like as fast as a horse, that kind of thing. The second thing is super intellect, super intelligence. Right now, to be a genius, your IQ is about 160. And they're forecasting that in Humanity 2.0, Human 2.0, it can be around 1,000, okay? This is incomprehensible, right? And they just, download the internet, and then you can upload the whole contents of your brain to the internet and have avatars and, things like that. It just sounds like science fiction, but this is what they're working on, driving towards Humanity 2.0, or an upgrade of humanity. And the third thing is super longevity. So we have super health, super intelligence, and super longevity. And this is the goal. I mean, it's written in manifestos and people that are pursuing this, the elites, the rich and famous, things like that, and those who want to propagate this. And this goes all the way back to Genesis chapter 6, believe it or not. This is where the sons of God, the fallen angels, the Watchers, some would call them, came down and intermingled with human women, and had out of their offspring came the Nephilim, or giants, or the mighty men of old. And this was a hybridization of mankind in order to pollute and dilute the seed of the woman, Genesis chapter 3, verse 15, which was the first messianic promise in the book of Genesis. And the devil says, we can't do that. We've got to pollute this seed. And so the Watchers came down, and here we had the Nephilim, the giants. And, God says the antediluvian world, or the pre-flood world, was so bad that he had to destroy it all. And only 8 persons were saved, and that's Noah and his family. Okay, and we see these again appear in a second incursion, the angels, after the flood, because in the promised land, Joshua's having to fight giants. Remember that? Remember Goliath, his brothers? They're right there. Og, king of Bashan, Sihon, king of the Amorites. Those were Nephilim. Those were giants, 13 feet long bed and all that stuff. So what am I saying here? I'm saying that, the devil knows that Jesus is coming, and he's doing his best to provide, an earth suit, a biosuit, Pastor Billy Crone says, for the demonic realm. They're disembodied spirits, right? They need a spirit to possess. They call it in the occult walk-ins, where they walk in to a human being and take over, or they need this human 2.0 thing to come to set up a society and a culture that is familiar with this Humanity 2.0 thing, as if it's a good thing, and to improve upon what God has made, and to just take control of our health, our intellect, and our lifespan, and really to put a situation in place where, um, you know, where when the rapture of the church occurs, and let's say 1 billion people disappear off the planet Earth, that the great deception will be that this is an alien kind of takeover. They're pre-planted here, and and they're walking around, and they have the explanation that these people that are left, it's a good thing. Now we can enter into a new age and have unity and harmony, one world government, one world religion, and one world economy. So I know this sounds fantastic, but this is going on. This is happening right while we're, binge watching our shows on Netflix and whatnot. These things are going on behind the scenes. There is a aggressive move towards humanity 2.0. Much of it is coming from, a fringe of our intellectual society, and another is coming from the enemy, from the devil, who is trying to begin to seduce mankind into thinking these aliens are something that is a good thing, and they're here to help us in a congenial way. So anyway, I know that's a lot, but I was just thinking after I listened to the podcast about humanity 2.0 and just stitching this together from Genesis 6 all the way forward to the second coming of Christ. And it's fascinating, everybody. Check out the Tipping Point podcast to learn more about interesting things like that as Bible prophecy is coming to pass in front of our eyes, just in real time, with the war in Iran, what's happening there, and on around the world as it relates to Israel. It's happening, everybody. We need to look up, for our redemption draws up nigh. All right, for now, I'm David, your virtual mentor, reminding you that I'm always for you, never against you. Fun stuff to talk about. God bless. Take care.